Well, thanks.
Good, good. Okay. So we will call, everyone's here, right? We'll call the meeting to order at 10:01. And noted, oh no, Tara's not here. Hold on, let me text her.
Okay.
People keep sending money.
Hey, Marcel, could you turn the fan off? Because I think we can hear it in the background.
Oh, she's on her way.
No, fan's not on.
Okay, then I don't know if something is making a sound.
I'll mute.
Okay, we'll just give it a second for Tara.
Did it go away when I muted?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sounds like the clicking of a clock. And it doesn't bother me. It's fine. I just think it might be a clock.
Maybe.
Yeah, she's trying to get on with her phone and she said it's taking a minute.
Okay.
Do you see her trying to get on? Or you can't? Oh. We almost lost Gina.
No, she just turned her camera off.
Oh. Still trying.
It's odd. I noticed this problem happened before. That's odd that she can't join.
She's not saying she can't. She's saying she's trying. It's taking a minute. I wonder if she's having to download Teams.
That might be it.
Oh, here she comes. Are you on, Tara?
Yeah, I'm on now. Thank you. Sorry, took a few attempts.
That's okay. Okay. Okay, so we already called the meeting to order at 10:03 and everyone is present. And guests are First Selectman Eric Couture and Gina. Are you taking the minutes, Tara?
Yes.
Okay. So we're here to discuss setting the mill rate, and I hope everybody got the mill rate sheet. the most recent one that we sent out. So I guess we can open discussion on that. So I'll just say that for the 2 mil increase, you could see that, well, you could see that the numbers changed for everything with updates from Gina. And a couple of changes. Gina, could you just quickly say what the changes were? No?
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to the question. Changes since,
Since the last mill rate sheet, so we had a couple
I don't
of,
remember, I know I changed the school number, but I don't remember if I changed, I don't even have the other one because I just modified the same sheet.
okay, so was it the
Revised transfer maybe, but I don't,
the revised transfer, and then it was did you
School-
adjust for the trooper?
no,
You did not adjust for the trooper?
no, what do you
Okay.
mean by that for the trooper, that fund balance?
Okay,
Yes.
hold on.
I'm not, the only adjustment would be in the estimated fund balance and that would, I'm sorry, two things were adjusted. The school budget that they voted down, but I used the number
Right.
that they voted on yesterday or
Right,
Friday.
right.
And I have to go back to see if I in fact adjusted the revised transfer. That would, if I did, it would be reflected in that number. So give me a second to go backwards now.
Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Projection.
So at any rate, while you're looking for that, at any rate, the small adjustments changed the estimated balance at the bottom. So at 2 mils, we do have over 3 million. But we also added the 1.75 in there. At 2.2 increase, we're at 3 million too. So I'm just gonna say that for my purposes, to stay, I agree with Sarah, to stay over 3 million in the fund balance, and a lot of that for me is stemming from our bond rating. The fact that the school budget failed twice and we don't know what is happening in the future, that's going to affect our bond rating. As if people leave, the superintendent, all of the finance people who have left over the past few years, the instability of the Board of Ed also affects our bond rating. So even though I'd like to have the mill rate a little bit lower, I think it's more important that we look to the future and, start looking at maintaining a healthy fund balance again. So, looking at, possibly a new firehouse, if that were to be approved, anything we need to do with the town hall, all of those things. If we're looking at bonding in the future, the school is not helping us. So I think we need to stay over 3. So I do agree with you, Sarah. Anybody else?
I can speak up. I do agree with you that with the level of uncertainty, it's a really balance between not overtaxing people and also maintaining that account at a level that we will be set up for what we need in the future. So I do feel like being above that 3 would be a reasonable balance of those two things.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think we need to be above 3. It just depends on how high above 3 we need to be.
Hmm.
And Gina, those school numbers are at the one that got voted down yesterday, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So those are going to go down more.
Maybe.
Presumably.
But you'd hope. I mean, if they want to get a school budget passed, I think that's pretty much the only way.
But
I mean,
it's, go ahead, Eric.
there is the school of thought that whether the Board of Ed just decides, no, we think we hit the nail on the head with the last budget, we understand everything, but we don't think it's appropriate to go lower, but that it wouldn't go up. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I would doubt it's going to go up.
So is everybody in agreement that oh, Marcel, you're muted if you wanted to say something. Okay.
Oh, you muted yourself again.
Muted. Mute.
Marcel, you're muted again.
Press Alt A.
There you go.
Now,
There,
Yeah.
there, you're good now. Yay.
okay. I was going to make the motion that we increase the mill rate by 2 mills for 2026.
I would second that. Discussion.
I feel like we had the discussion. Well, I think we all know that I'm in favor of being above 3 million. So, but I mean, looking at the chart, could we raise it to a higher value within 3 million? Yes, but at the same time, looking at 2.25 mil, it gives us an extra 200,000. And I don't feel like that provides any significant benefit to us to be that much higher above 3 million, to in contrast to the impact it's going to have on the town. So I would be supportive of just staying above 3 this year.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that. So are we ready to vote, or does anyone else have any comments?
I think we hit the nail on the head. I think we want to be conscious of being over that 3 million, but not taxing taxpayers at a level that, may be uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I did want to ask, since we are passing a mill rate without having a school budget finalized, are there risks that we should be just aware of? Because I anticipate someone being like, how could you pass a mill rate when we don't have the school budget?
Mhm.
And I would like to have a cost benefit analysis statement to be like, no, this is the better
Yeah.
way to do it. And I'm just curious, what are those risks?
So let me just say one thing, and then I'm going to turn it over to Eric, because he did speak to the town attorney about this. So if we don't set the mill rate right now, okay, and Gina and I are actually, if we do set it, we vote yes, Gina and I are going to meet so I could sign so that the tax collector can get right into it tomorrow morning. So there's a cost to not setting it now, as far as not getting the tax bills out, or the tax bills going out at the current mill rate, and then having to do another, yeah.
Okay.
So there's all of that cost, as well as the costs we're incurring every time we have to have another referendum. So there's costs there that I'm concerned about. And
Okay.
now I'll let Eric explain what the attorney said.
So Dave Tice said that the risk is basically somebody would challenge the mill rate setting, that we don't have all of the information. When you look at charter and look at the actual language of the mill rate, and I was just trying to find if there were any other locations that mill rate is said in the charter. The actual language for the budget process that's laid out in section 9-3 is, it's what is it, subsection I? No, subsection L, sorry. Within 1 week after the acceptance of the annual budget and all other budgets which determine the total budget of the town, the Board of Finance shall meet and levy a tax on the grand list sufficient in addition to other estimated yearly income of the town to pay the expenses and appropriations of the town for the following year, and also to absorb any revenue deficit of the town at the end of the current fiscal year. It doesn't say that you can't set the mill rate before you have all of that. It just says that after you have all of it, then you have to set the mill rate within 1 week.
Or
Now-
you shall set the mill rate.
Yes, you
Right.
shall set the mill
Shall.
rate, which is it, which Sarah, you're a lawyer, shall mean you will.
So is Bill.
So is Bill. Sorry. I forget who is a lawyer and who isn't a lawyer. So somebody could argue, oh, you jumped the gun and set the mill rate and yada, 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 and now the general fund is gonna go up. I don't see a reason why that would be a bad thing. The general fund going up. And it would be hard to say that they could challenge it. I know I said something in the source, which I probably shouldn't have said, but that was more in relation to Hadam's charter language being different than our own. But yeah, it's a risk. There's
Seems
nothing
like
that's
a very low risk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a
But-
risk? A risk nonetheless, yes. Is there a risk from a financial standpoint to setting it? Like, I think this might also be low, but just to play out the scenario, school comes back and says, you know what? We're just going to increase it. And every time you continue to shut it down, we are going to increase it more until the people break down and just pass the budget. But is there a financial risk that our 2 mil will not be enough to fund the town?
So I'll game out that situation. If the school budget doesn't get passed, then what happens is the budget operates as of the current fiscal year. So,
Which is lower.
which is
Okay.
lower. If we go to break the record of school budgets in a year, which is what that scenario would be, then I guess you would have to set the mill rate at a different level during the middle of the year. If it was too low,
Can we do that? Can
I-
can we go back and say, hey, this budget came in too high, we're amending it and increasing it mid-year? We can do
so
that too.
I think it was 2017 when the state budget was really unclear.
Yep.
And the Board of Finance, went back and set the mill rate differently. I'd have to go back through all of the minutes to see if there were other instances where that's happened.
It's supposed to be a nice day, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm moving a grave marker in 2 hours, so maybe, but
But also, can I just add that if, say, the school budget went up by, I don't know how much, we also have a balance in the general fund that we can
Right.
use. So we would, our budget, we wouldn't be looking at having an excess revenue over expenses. We may be looking at having an excess of expenses over revenue and having to use more of the general fund to pay the bills, which
Right.
we have $3 million. Wouldn't want to use it that way, but
Sure.
we also have that.
Okay.
Also, the school budget is not going to go up.
Yeah,
I know that
Yeah.
that was a very like, low risk
Yeah.
as well, but
yeah,
just to play out the scenarios because I
Right.
just anticipate town confusion among some people. And in the event I was asked, I kind of just wanted to know, I don't know, the thoughts of the group so that I
Yep.
wasn't speaking off the cuff.
yep, for sure.
Fair question.
Yep.
Unlikely scenario.
Yes,
Yes.
I'll stress that.
But better to be prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, I have no more exercises and questions here, so we can-
You look like
I'll let
you're
everybody
ready
get back
to
to their
go
day.
out and meet the day.
yes, yes.
Anyone else have any questions? Bill, Michael, Marcel?
No, I'm good.
Are we ready to vote?
Yes.
We are. Okay, so Sarah,
Yes.
Tara,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Marcel? You're muted.
Yes.
And I vote yes, so we just voted to set the mill rate at two mills higher, which would be 26.22. Okay, thank you, everyone. We do
Hey,
good work. Yes,
Annie, I'm looking at the top sheet here and it requires 2 signatures, the chairman and the clerk.
are you gonna be around today, Tara?
Or she can stop
Yeah.
into the morning if need be to the
Are
town
you
hall.
at?
No,
Well,
I could do it. Today's better.
Okay,
okay. But
You-
Gina?
Yeah.
When do you want to meet?
I can go to the town hall right now and put it in the slot inside the back door. So when you, whenever it's convenient for you guys to go, sign and just leave it there, and then I'll grab it in the morning, or I'll grab it later on
Perfect.
today.
Okay, perfect. Does that work for you, Tara?
Yep, excellent.
Okay,
So inside the back door, and it'll be in Annie's slot in that entryway area.
okay.
Great, got it. And Annie, if you could just stay on for 1 second so I could just check my language about a couple things in the minutes.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye, everyone.
thank you,
And wait,
everyone.
I need an adjournment time.
You're in Germany?
No, I
Adjourn.
don't think you adjourned the meeting.
Oh,
10:24. 10:24.
10:25. You never know with you, Tara.
That is correct.